Okay. Ugh. Okay. Oh man, I need to get back on Interstate 80 for the exit on 19B, Highway 49 North. I came in.
Huge windfall might have passed you by. So, did you miss out? Well, if you did, just consider it a temporary setback, a pause, because you're most likely not out forever. You might have to wait a while, but if you do, you might still be able to get that house.
Right there.
And here's why.
What's the sign?
Starting with prices and interest rates. In 2020, 2021, and the first part of 2022, mortgage interest rates were around 3%. Wow, that is simply amazing. But then they just about doubled. And in 2023, they kind of settled in. 6, 7, and for a while there, close to 8. But experts believe they're going to drop in 2024. So even though they won't be in the 3s again, mortgage interest rates will still be really low compared to rates in the teens that so many of us experienced way back when. Also, home prices are still rising, but much more slowly. So there's less risk you'll suddenly be priced out of the market. That's good news too. And finally, more homes are expected to come on the market, thanks to the home builders and individual sellers. That might mean more choices, and hopefully fewer bidding wars. Maybe an easier path into a home of your very own. And if that happens, and you do manage to buy a house in 2024, well then, the real magic happens. Because those price gains will now be working for you. Start to make your new home more valuable. And that would make your household wealth grow as well. And hey, if mortgage interest rates take a dip, you might be able to refinance at the new lower rate. Some experts say the rates will drop into the low 60s. Others say even lower. So, if you buy a house with a 7% rate, you might be able to refinance and get a lower rate pretty soon. So, if you're still looking, still trying, and still dedicated to buying a house, don't give up. Hang in there. Because all the work, all the hopes and dreams, and all the emotional roller coasters are worth it. Just think, 2024 could be the year you finally tell everyone in your life, yep, we've got the house. Coming up next week on Real Estate Today, Snowbird. A fascinating look at the millions of people who ditch the snow shovels and reach for the golf club all winter long. We'll talk to realtors up north and down south about this annual migration and find out how snowbirds make it happen. Do they rent or buy? Or maybe sell the house up in the snow country and relocate for good in the sunny south. Snowbird is next week, right here on Real Estate Today. And until then, I'm Stephen Gascoigne, and from all of us here at Real Estate Today, thank you for listening, and happy holidays.
Real Estate Today airs on the best radio stations in America every weekend. But if you're away from your radio, listen online. The Real Estate Today podcast is playing right now, no matter where you are. And when you subscribe, you'll never miss an episode. The Real Estate Today podcast, because knowledge is power.
This is Michael Davis from Seattle, 51 years old, 6 months ago. I wanted to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro hormone.
Hi, this is Sherry. My husband started taking Andro hormone a few months ago, and wow, how senior is changing. He's no longer a chunky eater, and he acts like he could go off to do things again. First of all, he's on the good. All I have to say about that is,
Florida say one person has been killed, multiple others injured during an active shooter situation earlier today. This happening at the Paddock Mall, where the mall was evacuated. Suspects are believed to have fled. Others being asked to avoid the area during the police investigation. Pala is about an hour and a half north of Orlando. Despite a majority of the United Nations General Assembly voting in favor of a ceasefire, the Israel-Hamas war showing no signs of slowing down.
This is Hamas supporting Iranian-backed Houthi fighters. Yeah, they're continuing their attacks on international shipping in the Red Sea. Just in the past couple of hours, we've got a new report of a possible hit. Fox has confirmed that Iranian naval spy vessel is relaying information to the rebels about the routes of the ship, the placements of the ship. No word on who's responsible for flight earlier today on an Israeli-Greek ship in the Arabian Sea. Finally, Christmas in Bethlehem and the West Bank more subdued this year due to war. In Manger Square, there's no tree, no lights, no tourists, very few celebrations as the fighting goes on.
And that's Fox's Greg Alcott in Tel Aviv. The U.S. Supreme Court say not so fast on fast-tracking the case on former President Trump's defense. So what's the next step?
the Supreme Court wants the issue handled in the normal course, meaning it's going to head to federal appeals court, and that scheduled start date for the trial that was supposed to be early March is likely going to be delayed. It's likely a win in itself for the former president's legal case. So also likely headed to the Supreme Court, that groundbreaking ruling out of Colorado that has booted the former president from the ballot in the state. A 4-3 decision from Colorado's highest court ruled that Trump is ineligible to run for president under the Constitution's insurrection clause.
Fox's Alexandria Hall in Washington. America's listening to Fox News.
Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kelly, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcast from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now. From the Fox News Podcast Network.
I'm Ben Domenech, Fox News contributor and editor of the Transom.com daily newsletter, and I'm inviting you to join a conversation every week with the smartest thinkers out there about the issues Americans face and where we are going as a nation. This show will feature deep dive interviews with newsmakers and some of your favorite Fox News analysts. I hope you'll join me as we dive into the fur. It's the Ben Domenech Podcast.
Subscribe and listen now by going to foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you download podcasts.
A parting gift for dozens of convicted felons from the outgoing governor of Louisiana.
Over the past 3 months, 56 prison inmates have been pardoned by Democratic Governor John Bel Edwards, who's preparing to leave office after 2 terms. 40 of those inmates are convicted killers. The others had been locked up for robbery, arson, aggravated kidnapping, and drug possession. That's according to Fox 8. Louisiana has among the highest incarceration rates per capita in the world. And during his final term, Edwards made reducing the state's grossly overpopulated prisons a top priority.
strain as a variant of interest.
The new abbreviation you might want to become familiar with is JN1. That's the coronavirus subvariant hitting the nation's northeast, responsible for a third of the new COVID-19 infections in the region and 20% of new infections across the nation.
Make it an evening to remember and dine with us at the historic Harris Ranch Resort. Enjoy our amazing holiday menu Christmas Day through New Year's Day in our fine steakhouse, featuring family classics like roasted turkey with 8 bucks. And bring in the new year in the horseshoe zone. Live music from Rick Auburn. Dancing and break from 8 p.m. till midnight. Call 559-935-0717 or visit harrisranch.com for more information. Okay, we're back. Let's take a call.
I put a lot of miles driving Highway 99 every day.
Ooh, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, tell me about it. Got any suggestions?
Yeah, tire maintenance. Stop by any Carroll's Tire Warehouse for a free safety inspection. Good luck, brother. Next caller.
Fireman, I use my SUV for picking up my kids and their friends, taking them to school, soccer practice, always stop and go. Awful noises.
Might be time to check your shocks or brakes. Go to carrollstire.com for some money-saving coupons. Or it might be those kids screaming in the back seat. Who's next?
It's Martha. I want to go to Dismal Beach. Are my tires safe?
Mom, I just got you a set of Michelin LTX MS2s. And with Michelin, you get good gas mileage and a smooth drive. I gotta go. I'm on the radio. Okay, one last call.
I forgot to ask. Is there gas in the car?
Mom!
Selection of home, office, commercial, and gun safes with hundreds of safes in stock and ready for installation. Keep your handguns, long guns, coins, jewelry, and other precious belongings safe with a TNT Liberty Safe. Need your safe moved? Let the professionals move it. Visit TNTLibertySafe.com or stop by TNT's Clovis showroom at 2700 Clovis Avenue. TNT, saving lives, one safe at a time.
History through the eyes of those who lived it. This is Hometown Heroes, presented on the air and online by Provident Payments, proudly honoring the men and women whose service and sacrifice have secured our freedom. Now, the host of Hometown Heroes, Paul Leffler.
Welcome to another edition of Hometown Heroes, the program that reminds you no matter where you live in this great country of ours, no matter how big or how small your hometown might be, there are stories there that should not go untold. If you've listened to the show for any length of time, you know they don't have to go untold. Perhaps you'll have an opportunity this week as your family gathers for the holidays to ask a few questions to some of the elders in your family. If you're patient enough to listen and show them you care, you never know what they will. There's always hope that you never forget the fight for our freedom. And in that process, we are educated, not only to entertain, but ourselves truly passionate, genuinely inspired by the inspiration of the great family. Over the years, we've better bring up memories from wartime on the radio, from Christmas plays and POW camps to special Christmas dinners on the front line, or waking up on a hospital ship on Christmas after surviving the most devastating typhoon in history. Those memories provide perspective as we gather with our loved ones this holiday season. Today's program will be a special Christmas edition, and I don't mean to make it too heavy for you right out of the gate, but to underscore how those of us who didn't serve sometimes can't imagine how something might affect someone who did. We're going to begin with a haunting memory shared by Navy veteran Mike Wanty, who survived countless close calls aboard the destroyer USS Larger. Remember what happened? Picture it in your mind and you ask yourself, how did I survive that? Maybe say, hey, I was pretty fortunate to survive it.
There is one, and I don't like to talk about it because I do tell you, I may cry. So, check.
Picked up as last on the curve as they condemned to see production trucks don't have to be cut up if they're dropped off at the city transfer station. Head on to CBS. I'm Jennifer Hawkins with more on the technology that allows scientists to see how a major event can disrupt public transportation in an entire city. CBS traffic and weather together. We're back to Livermore with Joe Hopkinson.
We found the crash, and just as I suspected, it was closer to North Glen. 580 past North Glen. The left lane is blocked, and that's again, we find that slow traffic on East 580. Just well past North Glen. Also finding some westbound 580 delays. Costa-Hara Road leading out to about a half yard for traffic opens up southbound 680. Just a few brake lights right near Stone Ridge. That crash in San Leandro that we've been watching, northbound 238 at East 14th, that has just cleared out of traffic lanes. We still find a delay on the westbound 580 from almost Redwood Road, but those delays should start to clear up. We don't find out much in the way of any slow traffic at the metering lights. Yeah, looks like it's still on, but just a minimal delay there. Traffic is going to be slow past the island, however. Your next update, 618 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
So let's just here right now. We will have another sunny day tomorrow, but we start the day with some patchy fog for the inland valleys in the northeast and Santa Clara areas. So there you have it. After the fog moves out, a mostly sunny day, some high